All right, welcome to this wonderful class. This is VINDAL'S Academy. Please go through this. You're also going to see other platforms that we are operating on just to help students and grow together. Nobody knows this all. All right, I have this, let me call it, this is x factorial, which is equal to x cubed minus x, and we ask to solve for x. That means find the value of x. Okay, let's go. But remember, when we talk about x factorial, if I have 5 factorial, it simply means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So it's a kind of multiplication, a consecutive multiplication of a term in its descending form. All right, so I'm going to do that here. I'm going to have x bracket x minus 1, but in factorial, because it can still go lower. I can also say that I can have x minus 1, then another one is going to be x minus 2, in bracket another one x minus 3. So I keep on going lower in multiplication. And this is going to be what I'm going to factorize this right term. I'm going to have x bracket x squared minus 1. And at this point, remember, x is here, x is here. I can cancel them. They can divide each other. All right, so when they do that, I'm going to have x minus 1 factorial, which is going to be equal to x plus 1 and bracket x minus 1. All right, so at this point, remember, this is a difference of 2 squared. And difference of 2 squared means that if you have x squared minus 1 squared, these are 2 squares, but they are different. That is subtracting each other. That to factorize them, you're going to have x plus the other one in bracket, and then x minus the other term. So this is how it works. Say that x minus 1 and x minus 2 factorial, which is going to be equal to x plus 1 and x minus 1. So at this point, so I think I'm okay here, I'm on track. So I can still cancel this and cancel this. I'll have x minus 2 factorial is going to be equal to x plus 1. Now, at this point, I can go lower. I can also have x minus 2 multiplied, but that shouldn't be necessary because my intention is to reduce this term, simplify it in order to find the value of x. So what I'm going to do right now is, if this x is 1 minus 2, this part can never, for x to be 1, it's not going to work, because if x is 1, so I'm going to say that x can never be 1, because if x is 1 here, 1 minus 2 is going to be minus 1 factorial. But minus 1 factorial, the left-hand side cannot be equal to this side. So if I also put 1 here, so minus 1 factorial cannot be equal to 2. So x cannot be 1. In that case, what I am going to do now is I'm going to say, what if x is 2? If x is 2 as well, this is not going to work, because 2 minus 2 is going to be 0. And 0 factorial is 1. The left-hand side cannot also be equal to this, because if I put here, this is going to be 3. So this is going to be 3, is going to be equal to 1, which is also not going to be possible. So what I am going to do right now is to assume that x is 3. Even if I say x is 3, if I put x here 3, this is 1 factorial, it's not going to be equal to 4. In that case, I'm going to say let x minus 2 is equal to, let me call it y. Okay, let me call it n. All right, so at this point, it simply means that x is going to be equal to n plus 2. So let's go this. Let's just, call this a particular number which you do not know, so for us to be able to solve it. So let's go there. And in that case, I'm going to have n factorial. So I'm going to have n factorial, which is going to be equal to, this is n, remember, s is going to be n plus 2. So this is going to be n plus 2. X is, if x minus 2 is n, it means that x is this. So this is going to be plus 3. You understand? This is n plus 3 because this is x. I hope you understand what I'm saying. This is going to be this x here. So look at what I'm saying. This is going to be n plus 2. That is x. X is n plus 2, then plus 1. This is going to be n plus 3. So that's what I have here. So at this case, I am going to also give one. Now, if I have 1 factorial, it can be equal to 4. If I say n equal to 1, it can be, because 1 factorial is 1. And this is going to be 4. 1 factorial cannot be 4. If I go by 2, it can't work. If I go, all right, let's say, wait. I think 2 can work. 3 can work. 2 factorial is 2. And this is 5. It can't work. So 3 factorial is what? 6. That is correct. So at this point, I'm going to say that n is equal to 3. All right? N is going to be 3 because if I have 3 factorial is going to be what? 3 times 2, which is 6, right? And if I put 3 here, it's going to be 6. So everything here is going to be correct for n equal to 3. So it can work, it can work. This is the answer that works. So at this point, I'm going to go back to find whatever n is. Remember, if n is 3, then s is going to be what? At this point, I'm going to say x is equal to n plus 2. Therefore, x is going to be equal to 3 plus 2. S is going to be 5. So if you go back here to check, 5 factorial is going to be equal to whatever x is. Thank you for being part of this class. Remember to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and share it.